Hello, good day. How are you today? You're good, right? Okay. Are you ready for today's lesson? You are? That is good. Today, in basic science, we are going to be learning about waste, waste disposal, and recycling. Okay? Our topic for today is on waste, waste disposal, and recycling. Are we ready for today's lesson? Good. First, we're going to be looking at the meaning of waste and waste disposal. Waste is anything we no longer need or use, and we throw it away because it's not useful to us anymore. It can be things like empty food wraps, old toys, or even things like paper or plastic that we no longer need. Waste is anything that we don't need or use anymore. It's something we throw away because it's not useful to us. Okay? Waste disposal means getting rid of waste in a safe and responsible way. It's getting rid of waste in a safe and responsible way. Okay? We have different types of waste. We have different types of waste. Organic waste. This is waste that comes from plants and animals, like leftover food, fruit peels, and garden clippings. Organic waste comes from plants and animals. Okay? Organic waste can be turned into compost, which is like super nutritious soil for plants. Inorganic waste. Inorganic waste include things that don't come from living things, such as plastics, glass, and metals. Inorganic waste doesn't come from living things. It includes materials like plastic, glass, metals. These items don't break down easily in nature, so we need to be careful with how we dispose them. Okay? Hazardous waste. This is waste that can be harmful to people and the environment, like batteries, chemicals, or electronic waste. Hazardous waste is waste that can be harmful to people and the environment. They need special handling to keep us safe. Okay? This waste includes batteries, chemicals, electronic waste. They are harmful to the people and the environment, and they need special handling to keep us safe. Recyclable waste. These are items that can be processed and turned into new things, like paper, cardboard, and some plastics. Some items can be recycled, which means they can be collected and turned into something new. Recycling helps reduce waste and save resources. Non-recyclable waste. These are items that can't easily be recycled, such as some types of plastic, and they usually end up in landfills. Some items can't be easily recycled, so they end up in landfills. This includes certain types of plastics, ceramics. So these are types of waste: organic waste, inorganic waste, hazardous waste, recyclable waste, non-recyclable waste. Remember, waste is anything we don't need or use anymore, so we throw them away. And this waste has different types: organic waste, inorganic waste, hazardous waste, recyclable waste, non-recyclable waste. Okay? Now we are going to be looking at the meaning of recycling. Recycling is a way to collect, process, and reuse materials that would normally be thrown away as waste. Instead of letting things like paper, plastic, or glass end up in landfill, we can recycle them to make new products. Okay, so recycling means taking things like paper, plastic, glass that you normally throw away and use them to make new things. Do we understand? We now know the meaning of waste, waste disposal. Now we know the meaning of recycling, right? There are methods of recycling. First, collection. Recycling begins by collecting items like paper, plastic, glass, and aluminum cans separately from regular trash. We gather things like paper, plastic, cans separately from regular trash first, then sorting. Once collected, these materials are sorted into groups so they can be processed together. We organize these materials into groups, like paper with paper and plastic with plastic, so they can be processed together. Then processing. The sorted materials are cleaned and broken down into raw materials. For example, old newspapers can be turned into new paper products. So processing, they get cleaned and turned into raw materials. These raw materials are used to create new things, like making new paper from old paper. Okay, so these are the methods of recycling: collection first, then sorting, and then processing. Okay, what are the advantages of recycling? What are the advantages of recycling? Conserves resources. Recycling helps save materials like trees, oil, and minerals. So recycling saves resources. We don't need to use many trees, oil, or minerals. Reduces pollution. It reduces the need to create new materials which can cause pollution. It helps keep our air, water, and land cleaner. It reduces pollution. Saves energy. Making products from recycled materials often uses less energy than making them from scratch. So making things from recycled materials often use less energy. So it saves energy. These are the advantages of recycling. It conserves resources, reduces pollution, saves energy. Dangers of poor disposal of waste. What are the dangers of poor disposal of waste? Pollution. If waste isn't disposed of properly, it can pollute the air, water, and soil, harming our environment and health. If we don't throw away waste properly, it can make our air and water dirty. Okay? Habitat destruction. Poor disposal can destroy habitats for animals and plants. Poor disposal can harm where animals and plants live. Health risks. It can lead to diseases and health problems when harmful chemicals are released from waste. It can cause diseases and sickness if harmful chemicals get out from the waste. So these are the dangers of poor disposal of waste: pollution, habitat destruction, health risks. Recycling is a good way to make the earth cleaner, save resources, and keep our world healthier. So if we don't dispose waste properly, it will cause so much harm. Okay? Do we understand? Good. So we understood today's lesson on waste, waste disposal, and recycling, right? We now know the meaning of waste, waste disposal, and recycling, the different types of waste we have, right? Advantages of recycling and dangers of poor disposal of waste. We learned about all this, right? And we now know about them. That is good. So now we are going to be looking at our assignment. I'm sure we are going to be able to do our assignment, right? That's good.